Really, really proud of our guys' effort tonight. We were so concerned coming into this game. I have so much respect for Mark Montgomery as a coach and a person, known him a long time, and thought his team was playing as aggressive and physical defensively as anybody in our league coming into this game, and they were, statistical fact, the best offensive rebounding team in our league. And those are two things that are challenges for us if we're not locked in to play with great physicality ourselves. And so I thought our guys did a really good job of that. And I'll say this too, you have a game like this and you win, and you look at the other team and their numbers and some individuals, and what'd you do? Hey, look, I think we did a good job on some things, but Lovejoy's a fantastic player. You could guard him the exact same, and he'd make a lot more of those shots, right? And so proud of our guys in terms of trying to do a collective, and it's a collective effort to try to keep him out of the paint and make it hard for him, which we wanted to do. But, again, you can do that, and a guy like that still go off. So, keep that in mind in these games, and not get too excited about what happens. But I do think our guys really had a terrific response, and it's because of the way we prepared the last couple of days for this game after a very subpar performance on the road at Green Bay. And then obviously you can't say enough about L.J. Wells, who I think led the charge with that physicality. And it led to 35 points, which is great. It seemed like kind of an easy 35 in terms of, it wasn't like when a guy's hitting 9 threes, right? He just had a bunch of layups, and you look up and, he's got a ton of points. But I think the impressive part about that is he drew 7 fouls and shot 13 free throws en route to that. And in a very physical game, still had 3 assists, 1 turnover, and just was a complete player, and so proud of him. And quite honestly, like, really good to see in college basketball, right? With all that's going on, one of my greatest concerns is for the players themselves. Like, how are you going to get better bouncing around from school to school and going, 3 places in 4 years or 4 places in 4 years? It's hard to get better doing that. How do you learn a system or how to get good at something, regardless of what it is? And so to see a guy that's just gotten better every single year and matured as a player and a person have a night like this after 4 years in a program is really cool to see. Yeah, I mean, I think they're a good basketball team. I think they're really well coached. It's funny now. All of a sudden that we score the ball a little bit better. It's like there's this feeling. If we're not up by 25, then something must be going wrong, or other teams not. Like, these teams are all good. They're all really well coached. They're all big and athletic, and so of course they're going to make a run. Of course they're going to do good things and compete and keep making plays. And I thought they did it with what they were good at, right? They got on the glass and they got in the paint. And they were physical defensively, and so our guys responded to it, which was good to see. But we don't expect to come out and hang 90 points. I tell our guys, we're playing 4 minutes at a time. We got to try to win this 4 minutes, man, and because these games are long and they're hard. Monday wasn't easy. I'd say it that way. Some guys got challenged pretty directly in terms of what's expected, from them and what's expected from our team. And again, the disappointing part about Sunday was that for a whole half we didn't. And not to take anything away from Green Bay, they played great, but we didn't feel like we were at the level in terms of our urgency and physicality and some of the things that we need to do well that you saw tonight for an entire half. And like, you can't do that in league play. You just can't do that and expect to win. And so that was really the message is refocusing on who we need to be and how we need to play individually and as a team for us to be our best. We had a stretch there at the end of the half that We were really good defensively. We got some stops, and we got out in transition. Our defense is getting better. Statistically, this is probably one of the better nights we've had. But the important part about that is we're pretty good in transition when we get out. We really move the ball well. We've got some dynamic athletes running the lane, and I think LJ and Kel are a big key to it because of their ability to make plays from the 4 and 5 spot, and Kel putting pressure on the defense because he can stop from 30 and make that. So, but you can't do that without some stops. So I thought we did a good job, and we took care of the ball. Right, we only had 2 turnovers in the first half, which gives you a lot more opportunities to score. I think Ethan Elliott is as good a ball-ahead guard as there is in college basketball, and the numbers would suggest that it's a legit argument. I mean, the kid is really close to a 10-to-1 assist-turnover ratio in league play. I've never seen that. If you're 2-to-1, that's good. If you're 3-to-1, you're in elite point guard status. He's 10-to-1 in league play. And so I think that his ability to throw the ball ahead really changes in transition. And the most important thing it does is those guys run hard because they know they're going to get it. Yeah, I mean, we expect them all to be hard, right? Like it's league play. Andy does an awesome job. Their team is big. They're also very physical defensively. And the thing is, these games all have a life of their own, right? Fans look on the ticker, or I guess it's now their betting apps or whatever, and say, "Oh, that's who's favored, and that's how the game's supposed to go." And these games have a life of their own. You got to show up and you got to play them, and just because it goes well or goes bad early means nothing. You got to keep playing, and they're really long. They're really long games, and so we're just trying to get our guys to stay focused in the moment and play in a way that helps us be our best in really short spurts and not get too caught up. We challenge them all the time. If somebody's watching you play, can they tell you're up or you're down? Should be playing the game the same way no matter what. And so I think we're making some progress in that area, but that doesn't mean anything if you don't come back and do it again to start on Saturday against a good Robert Morris team and then throughout the game. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, big 3 for Addy on his birthday, which is great to see. Addy is really, really well liked by his teammates. He's an awesome young man, always has a great attitude and personality, brings a ton of energy. And so he's the kind of guy that you want good stuff to happen to. And for it to happen on his birthday, I think that was pretty cool. And I think the team really enjoyed it too. All right, guys, thanks.